Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be my Monsterathon wrap up. I was on Team Conspiracies and I did okay. I didn't complete all of the challenges, but I did do some of them. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about what I read for the challenges that I did do. For the first challenge of Classic Creepers, I started Dracul by Dacre Stoker, but I didn't finish it. I only got, I was listening to it, and I only got, I think, 2 or 3 hours into it. And then I switched listening to that to listening to Leviathan Wakes. So I never made it back to Dracul. Hopefully I'll be able to finish that maybe this month. So I'm not going to count that one. For What Big Eyes You Have, I did read Leviathan Wakes by James S.A. Comey, I think is the name. That one was a really big book. How many wait, I have it right here. How many pages is this? This was read a book over 400 pages, and this one was 561 pages. I listened to the majority of this on Audible, but I also did read some of it from this library copy. My dog just sneezed. I might do a full review of what I thought of this book at some point, hopefully sooner rather than later, because I have lots of things to say about this one and not a lot of them great. I was reading this along with a bunch of other people, and that was fun. I really liked being a part of the group, but this one just really wasn't for me. The next one is Chimera, and for that one I read The Mothman Prophecies. I listened to this one with my daughter on our way to the Mothman Festival, so that was really awesome. I liked this book. This book has a whole lot of information in it on aliens and people who are alien enthusiasts like myself. There's a lot more information in this book than what is shown in the movie. The movie kind of takes only the Mothman bits from this book, and I feel like this book really could have been called Aliens of North America or something like that, because I feel like it wasn't that much about Mothman, but there was a ton of information in here, and I thought it was all very interesting stuff. Although I feel like the author is a bit pretentious and maybe self-absorbed. I kind of get the sense that he thinks other people who believe in aliens, or he thinks that people who believe that aliens are from outer space are kooks, but he kind of believes that aliens are creatures kind of like fairies or something that have been on this planet forever, and they are just kind of messing with us and screwing with people. I didn't really understand his logic and why he thinks he's kind of better than everybody else, but it was still very informational, and I liked it. The next one is The Real Monsters, and for that one I read Edgar Allan Poe's Snifter of Terror. I read that one on NetGalley, so I'll just put a picture of it up here. This was a graphic novel, and as you will see, because I have other graphic novels here, I'm not the biggest fan of graphic novels. I find them really hard to read, and this one I couldn't get on my Kindle. You could only get it on your phone, or at least I couldn't figure out if you can get it on your Kindle. I couldn't do that, and so reading a graphic novel on my phone was really difficult. But the artwork was amazing, and I did like the stories. I just didn't enjoy the reading experience, if that makes sense. But I would like to get my hands on a regular sized copy of it, and just to have it, because I love Poe so much. Unsightly, for that one I read this graphic novel, Cemetery Girl. It's about a girl who gets attacked and wakes up in a cemetery and is too scared to leave the cemetery because she has amnesia and she doesn't know how she ended up there, and she's scared of who put her there. And while she's in the cemetery, she ends up seeing another girl get murdered there, and so she tries to help the ghost of the murdered girl. This is a series, and I only read this first book, and I probably won't continue on just because it's a graphic novel and it's just not my thing, but the artwork was really pretty and the story was good. So if you like graphic novels, I would recommend it. Next is Angry Mob, and for this one I read The Demonologist. I can't find my copy of it. I think maybe my son took it and maybe put it in his room, because I did have it in this space, but now it's not here, but I will put a photo of it. This one is about Ed and Lorraine Warren's life. It was really good. They have a crazy life, or they had a crazy life. They led very interesting lives. And each chapter kind of followed a different haunting that they dealt with, and a lot of their hauntings were pretty famous and got turned into books or movies, like Annabelle and the Amityville Horror and The Conjuring. So I love them. I think they're just fascinating people, or they were fascinating people. Both of them have passed away, but I love all of those movies, and I really liked getting to see their background because I didn't know much about them, but they're very interesting people. So yeah, I would totally recommend that one as well if you were into paranormal stuff at all. It's a very good read. Next one is Sacrifice, and I did not get to a book for that one. And for the Conspiracies book, I read this graphic novel again. This I like the best, I think, out of all the graphic novels, just because it has Scully and Mulder in it. It was very well done. It was easy to get into. I love the artwork as well, and this cover is absolutely stunning. It's a mixture of Mulder and Scully's faces. I love it so much. I might actually read the others in the series. This is volume 2. I didn't read volume 1, but if I can find it, I might pick it up because I would just really like to own these. Super good. And then finally, I did read 2 of the short stories that were in the book Unnatural Creatures, because we each were supposed to read, or each team was supposed to read 1 story. I read 2. I read the one for the Conspiracies, which is The Spot, I guess we're calling it. And I didn't really like that one. I thought it was really lackluster, and the ending was just like, okay. Not my favorite short story. And then I read Come Lady Death, which was for the haunts. And I did like that one. I thought it was really good until the ending. I thought the ending kind of fell flat, but I did like the premise of that story a lot. I thought it was interesting. But yeah, that is all that I've read for Monsterathon. I don't feel like it was that great of a month, but I feel like Leviathan Wakes took up a lot of it, because this is a really big book and it was not the easiest thing for me to get through. So yeah, that is what I read. I hope y'all had a great time doing Monsterathon. I think it was a really well done readathon. Really cool. So kudos to Kate for putting this together. Dog sneeze. Yeah, it was just super well done. I loved it. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see y'all later. Bye.